Welcome back to the Off Bar Podcast. My name's Ben. I'm joined by Brandon, and
So,
today we're going to be talking about the UCL and the UEL, so the Champions League and the Europa League. We're going to be talking about the last 16 games, or the ones that still have to be played since some teams already went through. So let's talk about the Champions League first, and I'm going to go with probably the most intriguing scoreline, I think, because I didn't remember, but I've seen. Lyon is winning 1-0 against Juventus.
yeah, no, that came off because Leon played a great game last game. Juventus was a little bit on the short foot that game, but I mean it's not even a away goal; it's a home goal. So I do expect Juventus to put up the pressure, just because I know Ronaldo's been in great form, trying to win that Golden Boot against Immobile, and Juventus just look on top and just looking at peak form. So I do expect them to kind of come out of this game. I am expecting a 2-0 win because that's what will get them through. How do you look at this, Ben?
Sorry. All right. Well, I look at this kind of as an opportunity for Juventus to kind of show their strength. Now they are going to be without Artur, who's reportedly said that he will not play this game and he will stay in Brazil. So I mean I don't know that that really degrades the team because they never had played with him before. So
Right.
I think personally, they will probably turn around the tie. I think again you have Ronaldo, but they're also at home, which still gives an advantage, without fans, because it's kind of the knowledge of the pitch. That's kind of why Spurs was so bad at Wembley Stadium a couple years ago,
Right.
because they just did not know how big the pitch was. But yeah, I think personally, not Tottenham. I think Juventus will turn around the tie. I'm gonna predict two goals. I can see them holding up Shearing on defense, so I'm gonna say 2-0.
No, I think just Juventus weren't lucky to get some of the chances. And I mean they look obviously like the better team throughout the whole game. It's just Toussaint scored a tap in, so that's why they are leading, and Juventus just couldn't put away their chances. But I do expect Juventus to put away their chances this game, just because they are looking great. Do you want to go on to the next game?
Yeah, so the next game on Friday, which is extremely close, and it feels weird because it's in August, but it's Man City versus Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid are losing the leg 2-1, and I believe they're away for this tie. So
Right, Man City are. Yeah, no, Real Madrid are. Yeah, they are away. My bad. Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I personally believe Man City will play this one out. They still have kind of sort of match sharpness, even though they didn't look the best in the end in the restart. But they still have more. They still played close to this than Real Madrid have. Real Madrid, of course, won the title.
Right.
And I think if I'm Man City, especially if I'm Pep, I want to really shove it to UEFA. So
Right.
I think he's going to be a man on a mission to try and win the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that first leg, Jesus and De Bruyne scored after Isco did. Ramos did get sent off, so they're going to be without their captain. I mean, obviously they can play Eder Militao if they wanted to.
Yeah, but that's a huge difference.
Right, no, it is, comparing to Ramos. Again, I think it's going to be Pep trying to hold on to that lead. Man City just looked like more of a dominant team, having 16 shots in total with 8 on target, which is great for them. I mean, possession, they're kind of balanced to 50-50 possession. I mean, defending, they look great as well for a team that really hasn't had a good center back besides Laporte to go alongside him. I mean, we've talked about him before. Stones and Otamendi really haven't stepped up this year, and they've had to play maybe Rodri back there or
right. I think even if Ake goes over the line, I don't think they'll be able to.
Yeah, no, probably not. Or Fernandinho. So it is going to be interesting to see how they're going to set up, just because we have seen the emergence of Eric Garcia, so maybe they'll play him instead. But I just expect this to be 0-0. I expect City to try to keep possession, try to be more possession dominant than Real Madrid. I mean, Real Madrid could still hit them on the break. They've been in incredible form
Right.
Obviously, having to catch up to Barcelona to win the league, which we covered in a previous video, so go check that out. But yeah, I mean, I expect Real Madrid to not score in this game.
Yeah.
And if they do, I think it might be just one goal, and it'll just be 1-0 to Real Madrid, because I just feel City are still going to try to be possession and try just to pass the ball around.
Yeah, I don't think so. Wow. I don't think Real Madrid really are going to have a lot of chances this game as well. I think it'll probably be 1-0 to either team, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I think Man City are probably going to go through with this tie.
Yeah. No, and I think it's also important to say that that besides we still have those two games played, obviously closed because of the pandemic, but teams like Paris have already gone through, Atletico Madrid have already gone through, Atalanta and Leipzig have already gone through. I mean, Leipzig lost Werner,
right?
So it's going to be interesting to see how they fare. They fare in the next round, so that to me is just going to be interesting. Ben, how do you see Chelsea and Bayern going?
Oh, Bayern's winning. I think Bayern are probably the favorites to win the title. Personally, I'd bet on them, but I can't. So, yeah, I think Bayern, especially, I don't know if they can qualify Leroy Sané, but if they can,
I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But again, if they can, then it will be even more,
Right.
But yeah, personally, I mean, they were in incredible form in the restart. Robert Lewandowski, yeah, looks like he's really raring to go. And I think personally, I mean, Chelsea already have to come back from 3-0 away.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't see
it's gonna
Chelsea
have to be like another
back.
one of those Barcelona versus Paris situations
where
they have to score like
4 or 5 goals.
Yeah. To even be okay. So.
Yeah, definitely. I
don't see Chelsea, even though they are coming off an FA Cup loss. They are going to probably be without Pulisic, who got injured in that cup final. I think he pulled his hamstring or something. Something that I haven't really seen the reports yet, but they're going to be without Pulisic.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to be without Willian or Pedro to maybe replace him off that left side.
I believe Pedro's going to be out because I think Pedro's going to Roma.
I think Pedro's not going to be able to play. So, yeah, Chelsea are going to be short-handed for sure, and I think it's just I think if you're Frank Lampard, I think you're going into this game maybe expecting to not win.
But lose. Even then, I mean, if I'm Frank Lampard, I'd probably pull my best start.
I still will put your best team out just because this is going to be the last game you guys they play until the Premier League comes back or something like that.
Yeah.
So if I'm Frank, I'm for sure trying to get in there and start get in there, play their best squad, give them one last good showing, and then
kind of get ready for at least have a break and then get ready for the Premier League. So the next game, and I think this is probably the most intriguing game that really could swing either way. But besides Man City, Real Madrid, but I think we both think Man City are going to win this. Barcelona versus Napoli. Now Napoli's away. Barcelona are not in good form.
Right.
Personally, I can see Napoli winning this. I don't think they're the favorites. I think just it's also Barcelona's namesake, but I don't think Napoli are the favorites.
Right.
But I think they can win this.
Yeah, I mean,
they need a goal.
They do.
I think, especially they have Chuck Lozano. Again, if they can get Osimhen ready, I don't think they will. But
I don't think they could play Osimhen.
Right, I know. I'm just saying. But they have enough players. They also have Koulibaly, who's been linked with everyone under the sun.
Yeah, but I think Koulibaly's injured.
Okay, but still, they have a good team. They have a good enough team to be able to compete.
No, yeah, but I think it's going to be. You're right. I think it could be. I just see Barcelona probably seeing this one out. I mean, playing to a draw.
Yeah,
if anything, I could see Barcelona playing to a draw. They have the away goal advantage. I could just see them sitting back and just trying to let Napoli. Try to let Napoli score.
It's a risky thing because their defense hasn't been the best, especially if you saw their form coming into the end of the coming into the restart. But yeah, I probably would see Barca just getting in, just winning this.
Right. I mean, the last game, obviously Barca's going to dominate possession base, but comes to when they were shooting and comes to trying to score goals. I mean, they were similar. I mean, both had 7 attempts. Like, to me, I just don't, and even defending as well. It seems very, very even. To me, I just don't see Barcelona not losing this game. I can honestly see them either getting a goal and just sitting back, or just really sitting back the whole time, just so that way they can hold on to that advantage and just go through. And then obviously we're gonna talk now. We're not gonna go into our predictions for the quarter and semifinals. We're gonna save that for another video. But so far, from what we know, it's Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
And PSG versus Atalanta. The winner of Napoli and Barcelona is going to play the winner of Chelsea versus Bayern. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup in the quarterfinals, just because if we both expect Bayern and Barcelona to go through.
Sure.
And that's going to be a very high-powered matchup. Probably a lot of goals being scored in that game. And probably the Paris and the Atalanta game, too. Like, those two are...
And also, prayers go to Ilicic. I feel so terrible for him.
Man got cucked.
No, don't say that. I mean, look, mental health is a really, really difficult thing to deal with. And
no, it is. And it's sad that he's going through this right now in a difficult time. And it's like a very important time for Atalanta, too, gearing up for Champions League. And so, we wish him all the best. Like, it's sad what he's going through. Like, like, just like the betrayal and all that. Like, the misuse of trust. And, like, it's very sad. And honestly, he shouldn't, like, have to consider retiring from football or quitting football just because of this. So, like...
Which I think... and kind of rationaling it into soccer terms. It's weird to say this, but that's a huge blow for Atlanta. Atlanta.
Yeah.
And besides... And look, what he's going through is terrible, but... I mean, he was probably their best player this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing very well. I think you also pointed out
Zapata Gomez or something like that. But he's been playing extremely well. But we'll get into the predictions a little bit later.
We'll get into the predictions in another video. And then, obviously, the winner of Real Madrid and Man City will play Juventus versus the winner of Juventus versus Leon. We both expect City to go through, so it could also be another big matchup between City and Juventus, which could yield a lot of goals as well in that game.
Just depends on how Man City plays, to be completely honest.
Right. So you want us to go over to the
Europa League. Don't you mean the most important competition?
Okay, whatever. Jose, whatever.
Hey, I will celebrate finishing 6th all the time. Okay.
Did you know when they were celebrating the Europa League, like when Man United was celebrating the Europa League, he had them hold up 3 because they won 3 trophies that year.
Yeah, the Community Shield. I don't think it was called Carabao, but the League Cup.
The League Cup, the EFL Cup,
and the Europa League. You know what? Good for him, man. You know what? Whatever.
Hey, he won a treble technically.
Shush. Who really says the Community Shield's a winning thing?
All right, you know what? I'm just saying he technically won. So you know,
like it's just a step above of that competition that the Europa League winners and the Champions League winners play.
The Super Cup?
Yeah, the Super Cup. It's just a step below.
It's definitely a step above the leasing.com.
The J Paint Trophy is just...
something, you know.
At least the MLS Cup has some sort of tension.
Right? Alright, so Europa League. We have Shakhtar Donetsk versus Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg are down 2-1 in this. Who do you see going through?
I know Shakhtar I think could go through. They always have. I mean, I say this kind of not knowing much, but they always seem to kind of come through in Europe. I remember when Fred scored an incredible free kick to send them into the round of 8. I forgot what it's called. The quarterfinals round of the Champions League a couple years ago. They seemingly always kind of pull something out, so I wouldn't be surprised if they would go through. Of course, Wolfsburg's the more known one, but they're already down. I figured, they're probably... Are they home or away?
They are away.
Wolfsburg away for this leg?
Wolfsburg go away, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I can see Shakhtar Donetsk going through with this one.
Yeah, and honestly, Shakhtar does look like they have the better side, in my opinion, just based on talent and just based on, how they're doing altogether. Yeah, I just expect Shakhtar to go through. Next game is Copenhagen versus Istanbul. Just Istanbul. I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
Alright, so I think this is a flip of a coin.
And Istanbul is up 1-0.
Alright, well, I'm going to root for the little guy. Let's go Copenhagen. To be completely honest, there's not much to talk about in these, with the teams that really aren't, contending.
It's true. I'm not going to lie, unless, I don't know. I feel like I could talk more about, the bigger teams, just because I really don't know much about Copenhagen. I don't know much about Wolfsburg or Shakhtar or Istanbul.
I'm just gonna say Copenhagen just because of the fact of I've always seen them in European competitions.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also I know their badge because of FIFA.
All right, next game: Man United versus Lask.
Oh, Lask gonna pull a 6-goal thriller. No, it's gonna be Man United. It has to be Man United. United could probably pull up their under 23s and probably still win that game, which I think they probably will do.
They're going to play probably some reserves and probably some youth academy players.
I'm gonna be excited because I think if they don't go out on loan, Mengi, Garner, and Laird are gonna play, and I'm really excited. Yeah,
and also you still want to probably play some of your starters just to keep them match fit, just going into the net, going into the
Fred McTominay.
A couple of those, maybe have Bruno come off the bench or something to that degree, or Gallo starting and Martial coming off the bench. I think Man United are going to be comfortable. They're at Old Trafford. It's going to be...
I can see them conceding, but I don't see them conceding 6 goals.
Right.
If we're... Okay, fine. If they're 3-0 down at half...
If they play Lee Grant.
I think they played Lee Grant last time.
Did they?
I think so. We played, a not even B-side squad.
I don't remember.
We played close to, a B, C-plus side squad and, destroyed them with Andres Pereira, hitting it from 40 yards and going in, so...
Okay. So
I'm gonna say United. I wouldn't say comfortably in the second leg, but United will go through.
Right.
Big risk for me.
All right. The next game we do have is a single leg fixture. It is Inter versus Getafe. I think it's just easy to say Inter here, but I can honestly see Getafe going through. They've done well in La Liga the past couple of years. I don't think so much this year. I'm gonna check the standings real quick. I don't think they qualified to be.
I think Inter already have, they have Lukaku, they have Martinez, they have...
No, obviously they have a lot of firepower, but I honestly wouldn't rule out Getafe.
No, but
they sit in 8th.
But yeah.
They didn't have the best year. They're sitting in 8th.
But they have Toto Kambi, they have some good players.
Right.
So, yeah, I can see them probably, if it's a single leg, I could see, anything happens in a single leg, so, yeah, I can see them probably go... Of course, I'm going to side with Inter here because Inter have Antonio Conte. They have a lot of good players. They have a lot of good players as well. So I'm going to say Inter, but I think I can see Getafe going through if they get a goal and just kind of sit back and soak with the pressure.
Yeah, and again, it's a single leg fixture. They're not going to play the second leg. They're not going to play the another leg just because a lot of the other teams are on already a second leg. So it is. And then our other single leg fixture, it is Sevilla versus Roma. This is going to be a big game.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sevilla are in great form, and so is Roma. Who do you see in this one?
Just because they're going to be without Chris Smalling, because I don't see them forking up the money for it, especially now because they're in a couple days.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Sevilla. I think they did extremely well in the league. They've always done well in the league. They've always done well in this competition. I know that was back when Unai Emery won it 3 times.
Right.
Which, we've seen what happened to Unai Emery. But, yeah, I think personally, if you're going to look at it, I think Sevilla are probably going to win.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think Sevilla do look like they have the better side, even though you could make a case for Roma. Roma do have some great attacking talent, like Dzeko, Undar, Carlos Perez that they just signed from Barcelona, obviously Justin Kluivert. Their midfield also looks pretty stacked, but again, I can just see Sevilla also going through on this one. Next game, 3-1. The first leg was 3-1. It's Leverkusen versus Rangers. obviously,
Stevie G's pulling it out for the boys.
Obviously, if you're a FIFA fan, you probably want Rages to go through so that way that Kent card can just like. I mean, he's already got 99 pace, and like I'm already happy that he already has 99 pace, but like I just want him to be like a world ender. Like I pretty much want him to be Galactus. So, Leverkusen versus Rangers, 3-1 to Leverkusen. Who do you got?
Depending on Kai Havertz. Not really depending on Kai Havertz, but if Kai Havertz leave, it's going to be a little bit more of a rocky game, but I still see Leverkusen going through.
Right. Again, Leverkusen has the better attacking talent. I think Rangers are going to be losing Morales anytime soon by now, just
right.
To Lille. I mean, Hadji has been, killing it for them, but again,
yeah,
I could see Leverkusen going through on this one just because, like, 3-1, they're home. They're going to be home for this game. And hope, I mean, maybe if Ryan Kent, can score a hat trick and then get like a 90 rated card, so that way he could just be like the ultimate like FIFA card for me. Like that would be great, but I can't.
Is Wissam Ben Yedder playing anytime soon?
No, Monaco in any competition. Next game, 3-0, Basel versus Frankfurt. Obviously, Basel versus Frankfurt. Sorry, not Basel. Basel.
Basil's on the pizza.
Yeah. Oh my god, shut up. 3-0. Basel are ahead at home. How do you see this?
Basel win, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at home. Don't know much about them. They're usually in competitions, so they're probably...
Yeah.
And that does kind of mean a lot of things. Like, that does kind of mean something.
Yeah.
Because down the road, United are going to probably be in a little bit of trouble because they have Greenwood. They don't have a lot of experience, but I'd say, yeah, probably Basel are going to pull this one out.
Yeah. And then the last game we do have is Wolves versus Olympiacos. Now, this game is at a 1-1 draw with Wolves at home. This game, I expect Wolves to probably score or plays to a draw. I mean, but could you see Olympiacos pulling something out?
Well, they beat Arsenal, which, I mean, a lot of teams haven't done. They beat Arsenal, so they could pull something out. I would see Wolves, especially at home, I would probably see them winning just because it's probably going to be easier. But, yeah, I could see Olympiacos putting something out, but I'm going to say Wolves. I mean, they didn't have the best end of season. They lost pretty badly to Chelsea, but,
yeah,
Nuno is a great manager, so I think I don't know his full name, so I'm just going to say Nuno. He's a great manager, so I think he'll probably pull something out and also advance.
Yeah. And then obviously into the quarterfinals and semifinals, again, we'll talk about this later. We have Wolfsburg, the winner of Wolfsburg and Shakhtar playing the winner of Frankfurt and Basel. We have the winner of LASK and Man United playing against the winner of Istanbul or Copenhagen. Man United. Then we have the winner of Inter and Getafe versus Rangers versus the winner of Rangers and Leverkusen.
I'm deleting Twitter if Last come back and win. Like I like being on Twitter, and I'm into football Twitter. But, like, I am deleting it if United somehow blow this lead that they've made.
Yeah. Obviously, that could be another big game just because, if we both expect Inter to go through and Leverkusen to go through, I mean, that could be a big game for either side. And then Wolves, the winner of Olympiacos and Wolves versus the winner of Roma and Sevilla, which, again, it could be another big game because those are big clubs playing. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know this wasn't the most analysis and most tactical type of video we've made. It's just like going into it. Like, I mean, some of the squads, like, we don't know too much about, and
right. I mean, it's difficult to talk about small teams or smaller teams in Europe. Just because you have to take that kind of into focus. Well, we can't compare someone's 22 goals to, like, Rashford's 22 goals.
Right.
Because Rashford's done it in a harder league.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's like comparing apples to oranges, and, like, it's just a little bit difficult sometimes. But, I mean, hopefully this was pretty satisfying for you guys. Games are starting this week, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Competitions are starting this week, so hopefully there'll be some great action and great goals being scored. Hope you guys did enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment if you think we're wrong about any of our predictions. If you want to add a little something that we forgot or anything like that, just let us know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Links are going to be in the description. And I hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy.
And peace.